The idea came from the local Methodist minister, the Reverend Stephen Thompson, who would work very closely with a number of us on an elderly project and would actually have been aware of just how well communities can actually get on together. And I suppose it's been able to showcase some of that.
The walk was inspired by a conversation we had with some of our young folks from the various schools involved today. And we sensed a rumbling hunger for something more, for working together, a sense of commonality, a sense of common purpose. So from that, we thought we would bring that onto the streets and display that today.
We had Hazelwood, Boys Model and Girls Model, St Malachy's, St Patrick's, Little Flower and Mercy College.
It's definitely important to show that we're all in this together, and sometimes the youth can be misrepresented in that some people don't want to move on, but today we're showing that we do want to move on, and it is important that we're all here together and showing that we're all the same.
We're basically highlighting our similarities rather than our differences. We just want to try and bring out the peace, and so that we can actually move on, we can move forward. And the youth these days, we have no spokesperson, we have no one to speak for us. We want to do it ourselves and show that we can do it, basically.
I just think it's important because as I've been living in North Belfast all my life and I've been part of the community for such a long time, that I think it's important that both sides should get along, and it is good to see that this many people are coming out and supporting it, and it's good to see that our generation is going to be the generation that's going to get hopefully a better future for everyone, and that's what I like to see here today.
Well, over the years, the media have been attracted to sections of North Belfast for the wrong reasons. But just below those turbulent waves of division and sometimes hatred that is spilled onto our streets, there's a strong sense of community, a strong sense of commonality, and we knew that, the clergy know that in particular, working in the area with people. So we wanted to dig a wee bit deeper and just get that sense of coming together. Today has represented that, has represented what we felt was there, and particularly the young people who do want to move forward and live in a shared space together.
I think there's a lot in North Belfast that goes along to help with the community, and I think that's what here today is getting the good showing that it should be, that this does happen on a daily basis, and I think the community of North Belfast is getting more and more stuff to help make sure that everything's mixed and everything's getting better, and that's what I like to see for the future. We originally asked one or two schools who seemed very keen. That then led to other conversations with other schools. Initially we had hoped 100 to 200 young people perhaps, but it snowballed very quickly, and in fact we could have had double the numbers here today, but for its first year we decided for various reasons just to keep it to the numbers we had, which were 400 plus. But for future years I would say the number will probably grow.
And I'm really pushing for more activities and more stuff like this. Peace Walk was an amazing idea, and I would really love to see more schools get involved, and even within schools to do more stuff like this.
For me, it's always been my sport. I'd love to see the involvement of sport helping with the cross community, because sport also divides us, which I don't like to see, because sport is something everyone should enjoy, and it's a great experience, sport, and I just wish that they got some more stuff that was sort of involved in sports and sort of cross community. That's what I like that I took part within my school. We did the Cuhuns and involved the sport, and it's basically getting everyone together.
We need to have more youth groups, like kind of in the middle, that are introduced to both communities, because I think that'd be a good way to get people together and get people to know each other and just be good for everyone.
Honestly, this is my first time doing something like this, but I really hope that it does happen every year and it does create a bond between communities and we do join together.
Well, it's very interesting. People are already talking about a follow-up to this. I was talking to a few of the teachers, and they were actually saying there'd be a real value in bringing the head boys and head girls back again. That was an amazingly powerful meeting, and so I think there's a sense of come January into February we'll do that. There's young people here whose voices really need to be heard, and I think the media in particular need to find ways to hear some of those younger voices. Actually, well, listening to some of those head boys and head girls was nothing less than inspirational.
The main message is just to portray that we can do it, we can move forward, and we will one day, definitely.
I think the main message is that there cannot be any more segregation in our society today. There has to be more of a bond, and we need to really realise that we're all the same. It doesn't matter where you come from, we all need to get along together and really create a bond.